Okay, hello everyone. This is Victor Momo from Excel Moments. It's been a moment. So in this video, I want to show how to create a sequence of last day of the quarter for maybe a certain year or for a number of years. So end of March, June, September, and December. It should be a short and sweet one, I believe. Okay, so what I have here first is just a start year 2020, and I want to create a sequence of the last days of the quarter. So how do I do that? I could use two functions. I typically like to use the EO month, okay, but you could also use maybe the edate function. That's something that could also work. Okay, maybe I use the edate just to introduce it, right? So what I'm going to do is this. I can get the first day of this year by using the date function 2020. Let me just go ahead and do it. So I'll do the date. I select my year. This is my year, right? And I select 1 1. This is going to give me the first day of the year, right? Okay. But I can do this in many ways, really. But I can step this back by 1 day. If I step this back by 1 day, it's going to give me the last day of the previous year. Okay. So I know from the last day of the previous year, 3 months down the line would be the end of the first quarter of 2020, right? Because after December, you have January, February, March. Okay. So 3 months down the line is going to be the next date. 3 months following that, the next 3 months following that, 3 months following that. So, meaning that if I can just create a sequence of 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on, which is really just multiples of 3, right? And feed that into the edate function, I can get what I need. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the edate. So what the edate just does is simple. It says it returns the serial number of the date that is indicated in number of months from the start date. Okay. So if I do edate of this and say I start with 3, for example, just for you to see that. Okay. You can see that that's March. If I put 6, that's going to be June. So what do I need to do? I need to create a sequence of what? 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's easy with the sequence function. So I put the sequence function, rows, number of rows I want to have. If I'm doing it for a single year now, here I'm going to just do 4 because I know I have 4 quarters in a year. Okay. Columns, no, I don't need any. Where do I want to start? I want to start from 3, so that I start from 3 months from that start date, and how the step. I want it to step by 3 months too, so that it can give me, for the quarters. So I close this and I press enter. Okay. And you see my dates spill that way. I can change this year to 2018. Okay. And it updates. Okay. Now, this isn't too interesting. Where it gets a little interesting for me is where you can make it spill for multiple years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as my control for the number of years. So I'm going to create, maybe I'll say, for 4 years now, right? I know I have 4 quarters per year. Okay. Right. So if I have 4 quarters per year, what I just need to do to know the number of quarters I need is to multiply the number of years by 4. So if somebody says, give me the sequence for 5 years, I know I need 5 times 4 quarters, which is 20. Okay. So what I'm just going to do here is I'm going to change this. Instead of hard coding the 4 here, I'm going to do 4 multiplied by the number of years the person selects. Okay. All right. And let's go. Okay. And now you see that we have it spilled. So I could change this to 2. Okay. I could change this to 3. I could change this to 5, come back to 1. So either way, it just keeps updating. So it's really a dynamic, last day of the quarter or end of, quarters sequence. So that's really what I thought to share. Something, very simple and straightforward. Okay, if you like this video, you can hit the like button. You can also subscribe to the channel Excel Moments. But for now, you know what I do. I'm out.